Alright, so welcome back. And we were on the topic of diabetes and looking at the question now of how diabetes can be managed. It is a disease, but it can be managed. And the first thing to say is that people with diabetes need to monitor their blood glucose concentration regularly, just to make sure that it's not too high or too low. So they can make use of this device. They need to carry it around with them everywhere. And this device is able to measure the blood glucose level in a drop of blood. Now, how do they get that drop of blood? Well, they also need to carry around with them a finger prick to prick their finger and to produce that blood. So, not the most comfortable kind of life, but that is what needs to be done to manage their condition. Now, I want to share with you a video that I found produced by someone who wants to spread awareness about type 1 diabetes. So take a look at this video and learn a bit more about what happens in the life of someone with type 1 diabetes. So a reminder that type 1 diabetes is the diabetes that occurs because the body is not able to produce insulin.
What comes to mind when you think of diabetes? Having diabetes is not quite as simple as taking an injection once in a while and you're sorted. Managing type 1 diabetes requires constant attention. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, or 8,765 hours in the first year of diagnosis. Professor Anders Ericsson from the University of Colorado wrote about the concept of becoming an expert in something after 10,000 hours of doing it. This means that in the first year of diagnosis, we are all well on our way to becoming experts in diabetes. So in terms of tests and injections, that's 13 a day, 91 a week, 403 a month, and 4,836 a year. People often get the types of diabetes confused. We didn't get diabetes because we ate too many sweets or because we're unfit. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition and just happens. It's as important for us to keep as fit and healthy as everyone else. Sometimes it seems like it could be easier not to bother, but then we're doing this for no one other than ourselves. People often forget that for everything you do, breathing, thinking, moving, and even sleeping takes energy. We need to check our blood glucose regularly, as our bodies can't do this for us, or produce insulin, so that's why we need to inject, making everything you do and every time you eat a test of your maths ability and patience, with people staring, asking questions, and making comments.
Alright, I hope you caught something from that video and saw how people with type 1 diabetes need to pay constant attention to their body, to their blood glucose level, and they need to carry a lot of things around with them in order to make sure that that blood glucose doesn't go too high or too low. So here's an example of a bag that a person with type 1 diabetes might carry. And you can see that they need to carry a lot of things. For instance, they need to carry glucose tablets and food that are high in sugar. And that's because if their blood glucose drops too low, then they need to quickly eat some glucose to raise it up again. Otherwise, they might go into shock. And they also need to carry around insulin injections. So I think that's over here. And that is because if their blood glucose goes too high, let's say they were just chilling out with friends and eating and your blood glucose goes too high, then they need to take some injection of insulin to bring that blood glucose down again. Now remember, their cells are able to respond to insulin, it's just that they're not able to produce it. So they need to inject it into their body instead. So how about people with type 2 diabetes? Well, people with type 2 diabetes have the problem of their bodies being insensitive to insulin. Right, so there's insulin there, but because of their diet and lack of exercise, the body has become insensitive to it. So how they can improve their condition is to control their blood glucose level. Firstly, by reducing the amount of carbohydrate content in their diet, so controlling that, reducing it, making sure they don't eat too much sugary things, and also to exercise more. So this is also what the Prime Minister said. Okay, you need to have, he said, have more healthy lifestyle in Singapore, drink less soft drinks, in order to reduce the occurrence of diabetes in our population. Now, if the person doesn't try his best to control his blood glucose level by controlling his diet or exercising more, then he might have to eventually take insulin injections or even take medication. And one of the medications that's used for for diabetes is called metformin, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so that's the end of this video. We're going to end here. I hope that you picked up something about diabetes, and I hope that it has inspired you to go out there and fight diabetes, right? Pick up a sport, eat healthily, go for walks, drink water, exercise well so that you can lower your risk of getting diabetes. So until the next video, I'll see you, and in the next video, we'll be looking at another hormone.